Jordi, first and foremost, congratulations.
Thank you so much, and thanks for having me.
You're welcome. Culture came up during the press conference, and I just wanted to know what the building blocks for your culture here in Brooklyn will be.
Sure. So, I understand culture as what you do on a day-to-day basis, right? And where we're going to demand from the players. And the number one thing will be to get 1% better every day. If you don't accomplish that, then you're going the wrong way. Number two would be building relationships, as you guys know, not just me with the players, but the players within each other and everybody else in the organization. Just to give you an example, if I have a relationship with you and then in a game I have to coach you hard, I think you'll take it if we have a relationship. And we can always agree to disagree, but I think that is important. Having those relationships is important. And then the number three is embrace your role. And we all have a job. I have a job. It's not about me. Same as every single player, everybody on staff. And I think that if you embrace it and you'll do what's best for the team, that's the culture that we want to have here, which at the end of the day will give us the identity that we want to have.
You have a lot of experience as an assistant coach. You talked about, though, coaching the Canadian national team. Terrific run you had over the summer, getting the bronze medal. When you talk to NBA people, I mentioned this before, they really thought that you had a good way about you, the way that you carried yourself, the way that you held players accountable. Do you kind of think that moment really accelerated the process? Because clearly your name had been out there, but it seemed like you became even a bigger prospect after what happened over the summer.
For sure. And I think that, somebody told me this, and I completely agree. I've never been an NBA head coach, but I've coached a team with now 8 NBA players, and that really prepared me. So I have to, like I said before, thank Canada Basketball, thank the group of guys and everybody else in the organization, because what I went through, it gave me a lot of exposure. And like I said before, team success will give you your own success, and like I said, I want to create the same thing here, which we all believe that we have to do what's best for the team first.
Jordi, what was so enticing about this opportunity here with the Brooklyn Nets?
I think I mentioned it. It was the vision that Joe and Sean had, and being process oriented, right? It's not that we're gonna go to get that first result and just cut corners to go get it. What we want to do it is sustain success, and as you guys know, winning a game, you can do it. Have a winning season, you can do it, but can you do 2, 3, 4, and 5 winning seasons? Can you be in the playoffs for many years? I've been part of it in Denver, and as you guys know, right now they're in their sixth playoff appearance in a row, and that started a long time ago. I was part of it for 6 years, and I also lived through my experiences. So that's what I want to bring here, and that's how I believe things need to be done.
A lot of people think the NBA really blew up on a global scale, the '92 Olympics in your home country of Spain. You were 9 years old at the time. It had a huge impact on the world. Did it have a big impact on a young Jordi Fernández?
For sure, and you guys remember that, the best team that I've ever seen in my life, right? And even though there's been teams named Dream Team before, it's probably never going to be the same. So, like I said during the press conference, I fell in love with basketball back home. That was, probably the biggest event that I remember growing up, and then from there, basketball has always been part of my life.
So was that the genesis, the '92 Olympics? Is that where it started? Because I can't speak for Frank, but when I'm 15 years old, I'm not thinking about coaching. Maybe I'm playing. I did do a little TV at 16 years old, but
yeah.
It is a little weird when you're 15 to jump into the coaching arena like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty common back home. You play for a club, and then you get to start coaching, and the coaches teach you how to coach, and that's how every club has a different identity. So that's why, to me, having a club mentality is important. Not just developing the players, but also developing coaches. I think that's helped my career, and I'm going to try to do my best to help other coaches' career, especially young ones.
Now, the Yes Network, it televises the net game. They also show replays of Manchester City. And, of course, Jordi's buddy is the manager there, the great Pep Guardiola. If he's not the greatest, he's certainly one of the greatest of all time. Has he reached out to you yet? And are there things that he does in the way that he manages players that you could take in basketball?
For sure. I think he's, like you said, one of the best, if not the best, at managing people, managing athletes. His experience as a player and as a coach, I would say he's for sure the equivalent of a Hall of Famer as a player and as a coach. Great way about him. Like you said, we have a good relationship. He loves basketball, and I've always been very appreciative that how much I can learn from him, even though the sports are different. I think it's managing group of people. That's, you learn from it, and he's been always a role model for me.
Just to follow up on that with the Nets here, we saw Cam Johnson at this press conference here today, and I just wanted to know, not going too far behind the curtain, but have you reached out? Have you talked to a lot of the players on the roster?
Yeah, I have talked to pretty much everybody. Spoke on the phone. I've seen some of them in person already. So to me, that is very important to begin with, because I want to show like how organized we're going to be, what's our purpose for the summer, and to be ready for September. We cannot start in September. We have to start right now, and I think every player has been very excited. They've been great to deal with, and I really appreciate Cam being here.
You spent a lot of time in Cleveland, Sacramento. They're not going to have restaurants like they have here in New York. Have you found any Spanish restaurants? And what do you just think about the lifestyle that you and your family will now be having?
I love it so far. I grew up in a city outside Barcelona, but I've been in Barcelona a lot. I also went to college in Amsterdam, so I'm used to big cities. I love it. I love how walkable it is, the diversity, like what I've read here, how vibrant Brooklyn is. So I'm very excited to be part of the community. Me and my family. It's not going to be the same lifestyle that we had before, but it's not going to be better. It's not going to be worse. It's just going to be an amazing experience.
Jordi, once again, congratulations on becoming the brand new head coach of the Nets, and we look forward to next season when you start.
Thank you so much. It's a big honor.
Congrats.
Thank you.